If you're watching this video right now, it means that your funds are either on hold, you have been slapped with a rolling reserve, or the processor is trying to permanently disable or limit your account. And that could be PayPal, Stripe, Shopify, QuickBooks, Klarna, AirWallex, you name it. It could be any processor, but anytime you have funds on hold, it's never fun. So you can't pay your ads, you can't fulfill your orders, you can't handle your chargebacks and disputes, and most important, your cash flow collapses. So if you want to calculate how much money you're actually losing, just multiply your daily revenue times the days frozen, and that's how much you're really losing, not including everything else I just mentioned. But if you're doing 10K a day, just do the math. Of just 10 days of hold, you've already lost $100,000. And most holds are for either 120, 90, or 365 days, sometimes even indefinitely. So do the math based on how much you're doing per day and see how much money you're actually losing. But don't worry, because this is all that we do. We have recovered over $100 million across thousands of different clients, across all the different industries, coaching, e-commerce, software, you name it, we've done it. And we have put together a pretty plug and play process now that has been working seamlessly. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly how we do it right now. First step, once you fill out your intake form and sign the power of attorney, which gives our lawyer the right to represent you, we submit it directly to their risk and legal team, giving them 14 days to reply, where they typically come back with either them requesting more time to review, more documents, or them saying something like, we're going to go ahead and release the funds and reinstate the account with a rolling reserve going forward. It could be them releasing a portion of the funds and holding onto the remaining amount for 120 days. It could be them releasing and reinstating as if nothing happened. It could be them just requesting more time to review. It could be them requesting more documents. And it all will depend on the level of risk that they think that you present. But we're going to handle that full back and forth with them. And if you really want to see how long the whole process takes, within 48 hours, we submit the case of us getting all the documents. We give them 14 days to reply. If there's no response for whatever reason, we send another notice. If they don't respond after 2 weeks after that, we send them one more notice. And if nothing after that, then we regroup and we discuss litigation. And I will say, guys, 93% of cases don't make it this far, and we're able to resolve it out of court in the pre-litigation stage, how we do it right here. But if for whatever reason they don't, then of course we're going to regroup and see what we can do to get those funds out, even if we have to press them a little bit harder. If this is you and you want to get your funds off hold, here's what we do. It's a simple 5-step process. First, you're going to schedule a call and speak with either myself or one of my team members. We're going to go through your full case and make sure that we can actually take it on, put together the case, and then submit it directly to the payment processor. And in the meantime, another thing that we've been helping a lot of people do is set up a new payment processor that's 100% bulletproof, depending on your risk, of course, and making sure that you fulfill your orders, you have a low dispute rate, etc. But everyone needs to know the processor, especially in this day and age. So while we're working on your case, we'll get you set up another processor. And a lot of people ask these questions. Is the fund release guaranteed? I will say we do have a 93% success rate, and legally some of these processors cannot hold your funds. So if we're not able to crack it through pre-litigation, we're not going to stop there. We're going to discuss what it looks like to take them through court, and we're going to take them for a ride through the highest level of the law. How long does it take? Our average turnaround time is typically 21 days, but it can be any time before that, sometimes even a little bit longer, depending on the whole back and forth, how much information is needed, how long it takes for us to get the information. So on average, 1 to 21 days. Sometimes it can take up to 90 days. Sometimes the processor will just try to hold it for the 120 or 180 days, whatever it says, just because they think it's a pretty risky case. But typically, 1 to 21 days is our average time. Do you work with all processors? Yes, we do. Any and all of them. Most of them we're direct with now, just because of the amount of volume that we do. What if the processor already said final decision? We deal with this every single day, whether it's a Section 5.6 stripe or 180-day permit date ban, we can take it on. No case is too big or bad for us. When does litigation make sense? If all pre-litigation did not work and they're continuing to hold the funds for longer than the release date that they gave you, most of the time, it's a pretty darn good case for us to go after if there's enough money on hold in there. What if funds are never released? Well, we sue them. It's plain and simple. If they don't release after everything we've done and they still do not release it and they hold it longer than the set release date, we take them and escalate the case even further. Can we make the situation worse? No, the case can never get worse. You're never going to get a worse rolling reserve. You're never going to have a longer hold date. We only make things better. You can never go backwards. So if this is you and you have funds on hold or you want to get your funds released, you're at the right place. click the button below, schedule a call. Let's hop on and talk about how we can help you get your funds released and get you set up with another payment processor that's not going to give you this type of headache. So thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions at all, as I said, feel free to book that call. Let's get on a call and let's see what we can do for you.